Hello, friends. Today on Study Scripture Online, I want to take just a couple of minutes to chat with you about troubles. We all have them. The book of James was written by an apostolic agitator, a meddler more than a preacher, but a valuable meddler. He opens his book with a discourse on what to do when troubles pile up. After describing the kinds of troubles that we all face, he offers 3 keys to coping with them. There are 3 C's: consider, comprehend, and cooperate. First, consider. Verse 2 reads, "Consider it pure joy when you face trials." Is he serious? Please note that James does not say that trouble makes you feel joyful. That would be ridiculous. Rather, he says, consider it joy, or reckon it joy. He's calling for an act of the will, not an emotional response. The verb to consider is an accounting term, indicating that when we enter trials into our ledger, we should enter them as assets rather than liabilities. How is that possible? Only if we, secondly, comprehend a critical truth. He goes on in verse 3, "Because you know that the testing of your faith develops perseverance." There is a benefit to trials, and it's the same benefit that an athlete enjoys when he works hard to get in shape, or a soldier receives by going through boot camp. The athlete or soldier never knows when he might be asked to draw upon his reserves, and the pain of training makes sure there is something in reserve when it's needed. A third key word in learning to cope with trials is to cooperate. We must cooperate in allowing perseverance to finish its task. Verse 4 tells us, perseverance must finish its work so that we may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. Too often we short-circuit the process. We get angry with God for allowing the trial, rather than accepting his sovereignty and believing in his goodness. We fight back against the trial, marshaling our human resources to escape the pressure instead of standing up under it. Sometimes we just grit our teeth in a stoical way, our heads bloody but unbowed, rather than humbly submitting to God's will. For further exploration of this topic, click the link below, which will take you to a sermon entitled "When Troubles Pile Up," from James chapter 1.